Greetings, YouTubers. Atarileaf here, in the flesh, in person, talking to you live. Well, not really live, but... Anyway, this is my 4th annual Collecting Goals video, which is why I thought I would be in front of the camera. Something special. 4th year I've done this. It's a look back at your collecting goals from 2013 and going ahead to 2014. Sorry about the budgies. And I also thought I would give you a little retrospective of some of the highlights of the things that I've collected over the past year. Earlier in the year, for example, I've been wanting one of these for a while, since my Master System died on me, the power-based converter. That was great to pick up. Another little thing that I've been wanting for a while is the Voss controller for Arkanoid for the NES, and the NES cart too, of course. If you see me looking at the screen like this, it's because I have a list of everything I wanted to highlight. Oh, okay. There's a Korean Coco 2 that I picked up at the game store. It's down there. What else have we got? Oh, yeah, well, no, okay. This kind of fits in with now. I picked up one of these this past year, one of these Famicom converters. I had an NES 110-in-1 cart, and once I got this, I didn't need that cart anymore, so I sold it on eBay. Surprisingly, it sold for like 80 bucks. So I have 80 bucks in PayPal. Now, roll around to September of this year, when I really started to hunt again, collect again. Now, remember I had that video I did back around then, where I picked up this boxed Atari light switcher with matching serial numbers, a Genesis, a couple of Nintendos, and a whole whack of games from a guy I work with. 100 bucks for the whole lot. Now, in that lot was a game called Mr. Dew's Castle for the Atari 8-bit computers. Not a game, I played it, didn't really care for it, ended up selling it on eBay. Went for $281. Shocked, I had no idea. I thought maybe it was worth 50, 60 bucks. Kind of like the Atari 2600 counterpart, but no, this one's worth a lot more. Apparently, Parker Brothers only made very few of them, and they were made here in Canada, which is why it's easier to find them here. So, I've got all this money in PayPal. I sold a few of the NES games from that lot that I didn't want. So altogether, I had between $500 and $600 bucks in PayPal. And that kind of leads into some of the other things that I picked up. So, such as you can see right here, there's that other Coco 3 that's broken and the Coco 1 underneath it. And the disk drive. Now that's something I've been after for a while, is that Coco disk drive. Finally got one of those because I had the money for it. A few other things that I was able to use with that money, and these are things that I normally wouldn't have picked up. Mario XE boxed. That was 60 bucks shipped, so really good price. And I probably wouldn't have spent the money on that if I didn't already have the money in PayPal. A couple others were Planet Smashers and Scrapyard Dog, which is backwards. Again, eBay lot, got it pretty cheap. I just did this recently, a video on this. So those are two I wouldn't have got. The Coco drive I wouldn't have got. Actually, any of that Coco stuff there I wouldn't have gotten. That was all paid for with that stuff I sold with PayPal. Also, it's out in the other room, but this PS3, which was really nice. I mentioned the Commodore 64 I got there recently. So the end of the year was really good to me. The beginning of the year started slow. I just bought some filler games that I've been wanting for a while, a few Wii games, NES games, Genesis games. Nothing big. But once I got into the fall, we got moved into the house and settled down, and I was able to get that money together. I was able to get a few good things that have been on my wish list for a long time. Now, last year, at this time when I did this video, I said, what were my goals for 2013? I sadly still have not fulfilled that goal, and that was an Atari 800 computer. Came close a couple of times, deals fell through, just didn't work out. So I'm still on the lookout for an Atari 800. So going forward in 2014, that's still a goal. It's not a big deal, but I'd still like to get one. Now that I have the Commodore 64, I'm looking for carts for that, probably 25, 30 carts Mostly cartridges that I'm looking for that. And various homebrews too, such as Berserk and Frenzy for the Atari 7800. And there's some others too for other systems like the SNES that I'm looking at too. So that's my collecting goals video that I'm doing this year. So my question to you is, did you fulfill your goals that you had for 2013? And what are your goals for 2014? This is Atarileaf. Thanks for watching. See you soon. You gotta turn this on.